Welcome back to our KB Spice channel. And so today we're going to tell you a little bit about how we got started with KB Spice. Carrie, you want to go first or you want me to go first?
Well, we both chilling in the sun, so why
you having a sweater on the beach though?
Well, you weren't supposed to notice all that, but if you have to know, it's a little chilly out here. It's a little chilly. You see them leaves blowing back there? You see them waves coming up on shore? It's chilly. It ain't chilly on your end.
Look, don't even remind me. That's why I had to, I'm an island girl to the core. That's why I, during the winter, I'm just homesick. It's too cold. Anything below 70 degrees is too cold for me. Period.
Where are you right now?
Oh, in St. Louis?
Oh, yeah. Girl. I remember one time I flew out to see you. I was coming from Florida. It was kind of chilly in Florida too. It was like 60 degrees or so. I went to St. Louis to see you, and it was nighttime. The plane landed. You're on airplane mode till the plane lands. The plane landed. All my Wi-Fi and everything came back. It said it was -2 degrees. Girl, I ain't never been nowhere where it was negative before. I was like, what the? Did I forget my jacket or something?
That's St. Louis for you. You can get 4 seasons in one day. That's it. You start off, it's sunny, it's 80 degrees. Next thing you know, is leaves falling. And next thing you know, we have a snowstorm. But anyways, let's get right to it. So how did we get started with KB Spice? This is an interesting story. I think we spoke about that before on another someone else's podcast. And I'll start it off. I remember back in 2020 with the lockdown and everything. I always have sea moss in my house. As a Grenadian, you always have sea moss around and spices. And I remember Miss Robin Mansell, the Black Godmother, as we call her. Hey, Miss Robin. Anyways, I remember she reached out to me frantically. Hey, Rhoda, you're from Grenada. You have sea moss? She said, I'm out of sea moss, and the person I normally get it from, they don't have any sea moss. So I was like, yeah, I do. And I didn't tell her anything. So I said, she's like, I need to get some sea moss. And so the next day I asked her, I say, send me your address. And I surprised her with some sea moss. And she was so excited when she got her sea moss. She prepped it, and she went on Facebook and she told everybody that, hey, thank you, Rhoda, I got my sea moss, And then everybody started coming to my Facebook, messaging me about, hey, how can I get sea moss? How could I get sea moss? And that's how it started. And I reached out to you and I was like, hey, do you want to partner up?
Right.
And then I reached out to one of my best friends, Julianne, back home. Hey, Julianne, shout out to Julianne. And she hooked us up with the suppliers, the farmers for the sea moss. So, and that's how KB Spice started. So we started out of that, reached out to a few, to the same person who provided the sea moss, reached out to some other farmers who provide cinnamon and lemongrass and different farmers, because I was all about supporting the local farmers who normally don't get able to export and stuff like that. And it was really good. That contact, it was like series of networking. And that's how we were able to get all our products. So that's how we got started.
Right. And when you asked me to come on board to help, I was all for it, because a couple of years before we started KB Spice, you had sent me a stash of spices, after one of our trading classes that we took together.
London Forex trading in the morning.
Right.
I think I was telling you about you were asking me about Grenada, and I was telling you about some of the spices we use and what we use it for, and I sent you out a sample from the stash that I had. Yeah, I
Right.
remember.
It was a big stash, and I was all excited. You couldn't tell me nothing. I felt like I was, it was Christmas time. I was opening my little bags up. I'm like, Rhoda, how I fix this? Okay, now how I do this? Because I didn't know how to do hardly any of it except for cinnamon. The other stuff, I'm like, I had never seen sea moss before, like I said in the other video. But yeah, that particular year was 2018 that you sent that to me. I ended up getting really sick at the end of 2018, and I'm never sick. I got a bad fever and
knock on wood.
Right, knock on wood. Not that I believe in it, but I'm always healthy and whole still. But that particular year, I did get really, really sick. It was bad. It was real
I
bad.
remember it. I remember you I was like, well, you have a fever, and you said, yeah, you tested your fever. It was like what, 100 and something. And I was like,
104. It was
yeah, I was like, don't you
102.
have? I said, but didn't I send you some lemongrass? And you were like, let me go see. I was like, go check. I think I sent you lemongrass, and I did. And then I think you came back. It was like you text me. It was like, yeah, is this what it is? I was like, yes. I said, take a couple blades of about 4 or 5 blades and boil it.
I was like, how I fix it? I was so sick. I was like, Lord, I hope I'm doing this right.
Right. I said, just boil it
by myself.
Right. And then you boil it and you drank it. And what happened?
So yeah, I drank it. I drank it and I went to sleep. And when I would wake up, I would be like wet. I was, because the lemongrass, like you told me, it makes you sweat, right? It sweats the fever out. Mm-hmm. So it would sweat the fever out, and then I would take my temperature, and it wouldn't be normal, but it was back down, a little bit. And then like a couple of hours later, it would go back up. That's how bad it was at that time. And it was Christmas time. So I was planning on going to see my parents that live in Alabama. I was in Florida. So I was going to see my parents, and I didn't even go see them. I didn't drive away until Christmas Day because I didn't feel good. But the lemongrass definitely helped, with, other things that I was trying to do, make sure that, or you told me to make sure I stayed hydrated and everything. Is things that I don't always do.
Look, wait, let me put a disclaimer here. This is not medical advice.
No, this is not medical advice.
All the comments on this channel is not FDA approved. Please consult a health professional before you take any of the products.
Yes, please.
This is entertainment and education purposes only. Is that what they say?
That's what they say. That's what they say. Good job. We got to put it in. That was just my story. That's my story. But yes, I ended up being able to go home. I drank the lemongrass tea and drank water and everything else. I was able to go home. I was still sick at home on Christmas Day. Of course, now I'm there with my mom, who is nursing me with soups and other things.
Yeah, but the fever was down. The fever had broke and it was down.
The fever was down because I wouldn't have been able to drive home with the fever happening. I remember my eyes were red. They were so red. And I was like, man, what is going on? I thought I was on death's door. But after that, I mean, the new year came in. I was rocking and rolling in 2019 at the beginning, and nothing, I haven't had that happen anymore. I still drink my lemongrass, even though I don't have fevers anymore, thank God. Right. And I still drink it sometimes along with the sea moss. The sea moss is part of my daily regimen. Cinnamon, of course, that we can talk about at another episode.
Yeah, so you need to subscribe, tell your friends, like the video, and stay tuned because we're going to be dropping a lot of gems on here.
We got to.
Right. So, and that's the other thing too. You and I talk a lot about health stuff and, how we can help others with the benefits that we have. And one of the things I told you about is, I have all really bad food allergies that I developed recent years. Well, 8 years ago, it all started. It all started with a banana. Can you believe that? A banana. A banana sent me to the ER.
Wow,
I
that's
was that's how
crazy.
I always tell people that a banana sent me to the ER. An island girl, a
What what
banana.
did what did the banana do to you?
So I'm a power lifter, and I was going to work out that day. I was middle in a training cycle. I headed to the gym, and before the gym, I had a protein shake, and I stopped off and I had a banana with my protein shake, just something quick snack, to fuel me up.
That was something
And
that you normally did?
yeah, I do. That would be like occasionally. If I didn't have the protein shake with a banana, I'd probably have it with something else. But I knew I was already I was allergic to peanut butter and stuff. That had started that same year. But I didn't, and so I stayed away from the peanut butter because I was working out, had peanut butter, and I broke out, took Benadryl, and I was fine. So I just stay away from it. And so I wasn't diagnosed or anything yet. I didn't even do the test. So that day for the gym, I was like, okay, let me do the banana with the my protein shake. I got to the gym, I worked out, finished working out. That was fine. The end of my workout, I had my daughter with me. I got to the car, and I'm just like the palm of my hands were just itching. And all of a sudden my throat is scratching, itching. And I'm like, you're making the funny noise, and my air is all, and it's everything in my face started itching. But what was different this time, I took a Benadryl, and that Benadryl did not work. My tongue started getting heavier, and I was like, I told my daughter, this is not right. So when I looked up, fortunately for me, I saw that there was an urgent care not far from the gym. So I tell her, hop in the car, let's go. Something is wrong. So we drove up to the urgent care. And I get there in the lobby trying to tell the nurse, I need to see someone. And the lady at the desk was like asking me all these questions. What is your social security number? Where is your navel string buried? That's something we say back. So she was asking me all these questions, and as she's asking me, I was like, my tongue is running everywhere. I can't, it's swelling up. And luckily, the nurse was passing by. She heard me the way I was talking. She saw me. She's like, no, let her come back. Let her come back. She can deal with that after. She grabbed me and she took me to the back of the room and injected me with what later I found out was epinephrine.
Wow.
And so I was having anaphylactic shock from the banana. That's how bad it was. I didn't know I was allergic to banana until that night.
Wow. Now, did this banana, I don't know if you know this, did this banana have some little black seeds in it, or was it missing?
No, I don't think so. I don't even, it's been so long, but I don't even think it did. It was one of those cheeky, well, let me not say that so we get right off, but I wouldn't call names, but it was, in one of those bananas.
Right.
And so funny, when after she did the epinephrine shot, then my body started, the allergy started the anaphylaxis started tapering off. But then I started responding, shaking just uncontrollably to the epinephrine shot. So then they had to send me, because I was reacting to it. They had to send me to the ER so I can stay there overnight until the shaking spell stopped. So I'm one of those people who do react to epinephrine. So I hope I never have to use my EpiPen. I'll get to that. So I say all that to say, because so after that episode, I went to the allergist to get tested because I needed to know, besides peanut butter and this banana, what else am I allergic to? Turned out it was a long list.
Wow.
It was a long list. It included shellfish, all the nuts. I grew up eating crabs back home. Crab back, to all my Grenadian friends and family. You know what I'm talking about. Love me some lambi. You probably know it as conch. And I can't eat any of those things anymore because I'm allergic to it. So there was a whole list of allergies. Avocado. People like Bermuda, what do you eat? Maybe about 4 ingredients I can eat without breaking out.
Wow.
But
Wow.
so
Can
I
you
say
eat
this all
coconut?
the coconut. No, I don't eat the processed coconut, but I can, when I go back home, and I don't ever drink coconut water in a bottle. I'm an island girl. You can't tell me coconut water is going to last like a whole, you know what I mean? A whole
Right.
months on the shelf. No, So I don't drink coconut water from the bottle. Or the packaging. When I go home, I drink the real stuff, and I drink it. It's the water. It's fine. I can do that.
Okay. You
I don't
drink it
have a
straight
problem.
from the coconut.
Right, exactly. Fresh, authentic, holistic, the real
Got you.
deal. So,
Got you.
and I say all that to say is like a lot of the herbs, like for example, the sea moss has the 92 of the 102 minerals that our body needs. And a big part of that is the potassium that I'm not getting from banana and some of the foods I'm allergic to. I get that from the sea moss. So we're going to get into that in other videos, but everybody, your body chemistry is different. What you might get from the sea moss, I might not get it because my body already has that. But because my body not getting, some of the nutrients and stuff, the sea moss benefits me. So I take it as part of my regimen, especially with powerlifting, you're tearing your muscles and stuff. It helps me, helps rebuild and repair.
Right,
I get my added nutrients. I get my calcium, my magnesium, my potassium, things I don't normally get from the stuff that I'm allergic to. So,
right.
Yeah.
Are you gonna pose and show us, one of your guns from powerlifting?
Not today. Not today. We'll see. We'll save that for something. Maybe you want to do a little TikTok. So by the way, y'all can follow us on TikTok at KB Spice Girls. Maybe I do, put one of those songs in the background and then really flex.
Get it stronger.
Or Diana Ross, I want muscles. Something like that. I
don't know. Hilarious.
But,
okay. Well,
so that's basically how I think we, did I leave anything out? That's the main goal, how we got started. No.
Right. And our goal for KB Spice is to provide a holistic, healthy environment for, our subscribers and our customers.
Exactly. Correct? Yeah. And our listeners, whichever medium that you decide, you follow us on. Hopefully you follow us on all of them. So yeah, pretty much that. And, it's not just about, our thing is we got into this because we met, you and I met because of trading. So obviously, and we pretty much trade across all markets. So in this journey with us, you'll hear us giving you trading tips, how to get started, the do's and the don'ts, just different tips and trading, whether you trade in crypto, whether you trade you buying NFTs, or you into the metaverse, and we have a lot of exciting things coming out for KB Spice. So stay tuned. Thank
you all for listening to us.
Thank you.
Ready to say something else?
No, that's it. We done. We out.
All right. Hey, before we go, eat well,
live well,
be well,
always.